would like to welcome all who are assembled here today for our official opening of Trafalgar High School Sports Centre. A special welcome to our invited guests.
We would like to introduce ourselves as MCs for the event today. My name is Taylor Adam, this is Sadira Snell, Bailey Paul and Isaac Lynch-Burns. I'd now like to introduce Isaac to this podium for the acknowledgement of country.
I acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today and recognise their continuing connection to the land, water and community. I would like to acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional lands of the Gunai people. I pay respects to elders, past, present and emerging. I would now like to welcome Grace Wilson and Seth Benson to perform the national anthem. Everyone please stand and you're invited to sing along with me. First off, I'd just like to say thank you for everyone showing up, the students and staff as well, but especially all the dignitaries and the official people who could come to this opening of this great new facility. So we as the school captains, and I'm sure all the Year 12s, we all remember coming into what was this building 6 years ago for our orientation. So I don't think any of us would have imagined these 6 years later that it would be such a different building, and it would be such a great new facility that we have here to replace that, kind of rickety old building that we had. So when we first came here, the sports building was called the ECA. When I came to this school, didn't know what ECA stood for. 6 years later, I still don't know what ECA stands for. So at the very least, we're grateful that it's now called the gym, in addition to all the other great things about this building. I think all of us have many fond memories of that old building, such as maybe just the older kids remember this, but playing Pirates, a game that basically involved tagging each other and trying not to fall off things. So that was great, and there was something charming about the old rickety building, but we're so grateful to have this great new facility which all of our physical education can take place in.
As school captains, we could not be more grateful to experience this evolutionary process. As a student body, we're sure that you're wondering what we have been organising recently behind the scenes. One of our goals this year has been to promote a positive student culture. We've aimed to achieve this through a variety of different activities and events. In March, we ran a soccer tournament during a multi-purpose period for students, in addition to a basketball tournament we successfully ran earlier this week. The positive outcome of these events has fostered what we have devised as a house point system through different kinds of events throughout the year. We hope next term to expand this beyond the sports capacity into the STEM and arts areas. We hope through doing this to cater for a greater variety of student interests. Next term, we've also devised a junior social for Year 7 and 8 students. Not only will this be a great social opportunity for students, but also a great chance to fundraise for our school so we continue to have opportunities such as this building we stand in today.
This year we've made student voice a priority within our school. Earlier on in the term we met with form captains and SRC representatives from each year level to devise an action plan for when bullying occurs. This was a great chance to hear student feedback and produce an awareness tool that can be used widely within our school. We've also set up a number of suggestion boxes where students can submit ideas, concerns, or feedback around the school anonymously. We review and address these submissions each week.
Just to conclude, we would like to reiterate how important we believe this new facility is in terms of improving the school. As such, we believe it is an important part of the process by which this is already a great school is becoming even better. We'd just like to thank you all for attending today and being part of this significant milestone at Trafalgar High School. If I could please welcome Miss Harriet Sting, the member of the Eastern Victoria region, to come to the podium.
Because Isaac is so tall, I need to bring the microphone down a bit. At the outset, I'd just like to say that I'm hoping that none of you who use this amazing new facility end up walking with a stick like me, and that in fact you are able to be better coordinated than I was when I fell into a wombat hole earlier this week. I would like to say, firstly, thank you so much to our school captains, to Grace for the beautiful local entertainment and the anthem at the beginning of today, and to teachers and to staff and to all 760 of you who are here at Track High this year. And I'd also like to pay my respects to the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet, the Gunai Kurnai of the Kulin Nation. And I'd like to pay my respects to their elders, past and present, and to acknowledge any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander leaders or emerging leaders who've joined us here today. To everyone from the school community, from TRAF and from the Baw Baw Shire Council, thank you so much for being here. Frank, it is so lovely to see you again today and to celebrate the culmination of so much hard work in replacing I think Isaac referred to it as having rustic charm, which is a pretty generous interpretation for a building which had walls that would move if you pressed on them a little bit hard, to today's final result. This has been an absolute labour of love. The advocacy that has gone on from within the school community, the unity shown by the whole TRAF community, as well as clubs, associations, teams, the school council and the Baw Baw Shire Council has been nothing short of wonderful. And it was such a privilege and a pleasure for me to advocate for the funding to deliver this gymnasium and indoor facility, with numerous conversations behind the scenes as to why it just wasn't good enough that these walls actually moved unintentionally, and that the basketball surface was something that looked more like an unmade road than a surface to play elite sport on. And thank you so much to all of the students who have been patient in practicing and playing elsewhere in Warragul and in Moe. Now you can actually stay in TRAF, and now you can continue to bring the very best of what you do on the court, on the stage, using your voices, using your talents, and using every bit of your potential with this facility. So it took a long time to get to where we are here today. Thank you so much to the architects and to everyone who worked on construction. Thank you all for your patience in minimising the disruption that happened while this facility was built. It is such a joy, a genuine joy to be here today to celebrate it, and I hope you get the most out of this facility and that it enables every single one of you to reach your own best potential. My congratulations, and it's just a delight to be here officially. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Thank you to Harriet. If I could please call up the principal, Miss Mersey, to have a speak.
Thank you very much. failed. As we were sitting there, as we came in, Alex from the School Building Authority said, you know, more or less said to me, "You're sitting down." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Who's doing the emceeing?" I said, "These guys are." He goes, "Oh, you trust them?" I said, "Absolutely I do." So there you go, Alex. So I think you'd all agree they're very, very fine members of our community. I don't know how many times I tell them how much I admire them and the work that they've done already in their 3 terms as school captains. They've got 1 term to go, so we're expecting a heck of a lot from them in this last term as well. So thank you very much for representing us and doing such a fine job already. Thanks, guys. Okay, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, students and friends of Trafalgar High School community, to this, our official opening of the Trafalgar High School Sports Centre. In particular, I'd like to welcome our special guests and acknowledge the following people: Miss Harriet Sting, the member for Eastern Victoria Gippsland; Councillor Michaela Power, the Baw Baw Shire Mayor; Councillor Peter Costas, Baw Baw Shire East Ward Councillor; Mr Tony Staley, our School Council President; Mr Alex Percival from the Victorian Schools Building Authority of the Department of Education; Mr Mark Patterson from TS Constructions. I also have a couple of apologies for today as well. Councillor Darren Wallace couldn't be with us today, nor could Mr Michael Taylor, the Director and Chief Architect from Taylor Oppenheim Architects, who was responsible for the design of this facility. So today is a significant occasion as students, staff and members of our community are privileged to assemble together in our fully refurbished sports centre. It is most appropriate that our special guest who has performed and will be performing the official duty of opening the sports centre is Miss Harriet Sting. It is because of Harriet that we are sitting in this fantastic facility today. Harriet is a true friend of Trafalgar High School, as she was the person who advocated on our behalf to secure the funding for this facility. Harriet is our elected member in the Legislative Council. You are developing a reputation as a person who really does get the job done, and you're always true to your word. Thank you, Harriet, from all of us at Trafalgar High School. Please. It is also important that I acknowledge the Latrobe Valley authorities who provided the $2.3 million of funding to make this refurbishment happen. Creating and building community has always been a priority for me as principal of Trafalgar High School. I've been incredibly lucky to have had the support of a school council that has shared my vision for building a strong and optimistic culture both in the school and in the community. Trafalgar High School has been the school of choice for so many students and families for well over a decade. We are a school that connects with families and agencies across West Gippsland, the Latrobe Valley and beyond. It is within this context that community building, community connectedness and a sense of being part of the broader community have been so important to our school's development. It was a challenge when we have attempted to bring our students together in the old, out-of-date and substandard Ekka, even though the school captains have spoken fondly of it here today. We now have a facility that enables us to come together in a comfortable setting, to allow us to learn about each other, to acknowledge and celebrate together. We've already conducted exams, the GAT, NAPLAN here, had our inaugural assembly, and look forward to our 2019 presentation evening being held on site for the first time. The captains ran a basketball tournament on Tuesday involving around 75 students. The responsibility of developing a sense of community has also extended beyond the boundaries of our school. Our new sports centre is pivotal to our broader community, especially our local sports groups. I know it will be as well used as the old Ekka. Now we are so pleased to be able to share this facility with these groups. The fact that the school provides the only undercover sports facility in the town was a significant factor in the case that Ms Shing mounted for our refurbishment funding. We've always considered our role as part of the community to support all of our young people by ensuring the facility has been available and used. This, of course, will continue. Of course, the primary usage of this centre is for the teaching and learning of physical education. The PE staff for many years have worked with very limited and old-fashioned facilities. What an exciting and well-deserved prospect for those staff to now have such a wonderful facility to teach in, and as principal, I am so proud to be able to bring this project to this level. While the junior football and netball clubs have intermittently used the gymnasium, it has been our long partnership with the Trafalgar Basketball Association that has been the constant in delivering sporting and recreation opportunities for the people and children of the town. For quite a few years, when the Echo was in a state of disrepair, the floor lifting, the lines all but gone, with no company able to, nor willing to remark them, it was all kept going by a real advocate for the youth of Trafalgar and of basketball, Mr Frank Gridley. And we've got Frank here today with us. On more than a few Friday nights as I was leaving, I'd see Frank scooting along on a broken chair, physically colouring in the lines of the courts so the basketball games could go ahead, or pulling out the gaffer tape to secure the lino that had lifted. It is to recognise and respect Frank's tireless work for many years that the decision to name the court within our sports centre the Frank Gridley Basketball Court. Please, Frank, can you come forward, Megan? Thank you, Frank, for your commitment, hard work and dedication over the years. Now, the very special part of this moment too is that Frank's granddaughter Megan is a student of the school, and Megan is going to hand over the dedication to her grandfather, Frank. So please. Do you want to say anything, Frank? I guess so. Those of us who know Frank, when he says, yeah, I guess I'll say something, we know that Frank's never short of a word, so we know we'd like to invite him to the microphone.
I feel a bit lost about this. I've been in basketball since 1964, when some of you people were probably only just a thought. We played in Public Hall, believe it or not, that thing over the main street. And then we moved to Yallourn. Now, Yallourn Township doesn't exist anymore, so that's got rid of it. I just hope this never gets through. I cannot believe this, because the court we had here was undersized by a bit, but we played here for years and years and years. And the trap, this is a dream, to be frankly honest, to see this court. The future of our basketball association has always been, we never had little juniors, even though one mother brought a 5-year-old once along and wanted to play B grade. We made a rule that first year high school, which is youth people, would be the limit. But it ran from 13 years old right up to 55-year-old grandmas, and they had a real ball. I think the future now, and I'm about ready to retire because I've been in this caper for 55 years, mostly as an umpire, more than a player. I couldn't play for nuts. My wife over there was a basketballer and some of my kids. I think the future is in you people. I really do think that now the basketball future is in juniors. Perhaps we should get to work and start an under 14 and under 16 or something like that. And then hopefully some mums and dads will take over the committee positions and basketball will keep going. I've got no doubt it will keep going now we've got this full-size court. We lost a lot of children and players from Maui and Warragul and various other places because they had a full-size court. But we've got it now. We don't have to play on concrete and lino, which just about wore your ankles out. You've now got this facility. Just one little thing, ECASETA stood for Education and Community Assembly Hall. That's what it's done. The other thing is I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, there's no basketball court. Because since 1982, when the old hall opened, we had red lines. But now I just suddenly realise we're white lines. So I will not be scooting around the town with a white red or whatever. That now looks like it's perfect. Thanks very much, everyone. But I hope you kids will go home and have a chat to your parents and say, that bloke was talking about a junior competition. Are we any hope to play basketball and track? Because that's where the future is. Thanks very much, everyone.
Isn't that what it's about? It's about community at Trafalgar High School, and I think Frank summed it up beautifully. It is about, you know, you guys are our future, and that absolutely does highlight how important our community members are to us. We've always considered ourselves to be a community school, and the spirit of that we know will continue with this new facility. And at the end of the day, it is only what you guys deserve. You deserve the best, the same as what any other school and any other association has, but absolutely what any other school has. So at this point, I'm now going to call upon Miss Harriet Sting to do the official unveiling. Thank you.
This is cool. Really? That's it. She's literally right in front of us.
Just before I keep going, I want to have another round of applause for Frank for all the work he's done. So that's all of the speeches for today. So thank you to all for coming, students, staff, all the officials. Thank you. So I'd like to call up Miss Hopkins. So students to go all back to classes, and I'd like to invite all the officials to come into the foyer for ROT. Thank you. Stay there, students.